My name is Chef Derek Andress. I'm a pastry chef instructor at Walnut Hill College in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and today I'm going to show you how to make a decorative bread plaque for the holidays. For our ingredients, I'm going to start with 2 pounds 3 ounces of flour, 1 pound 3 ounces of water, a half an ounce of salt, 1.6 ounces of granulated sugar, 1.75 ounces of milk powder, 1.75 ounces of butter, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of dry yeast. I'm going to start with a mixing bowl. I'm going to take my water. I'm going to add into my mixing bowl. I like to add my yeast after that. So just sprinkle this in. From here, I'm then going to take half of my flour. I'm going to add it in 2 additions. I'm going to take my first amount of flour, stir this in. More of my smaller ingredients. I'm going to add in my salt, my sugar. I'll stir these in just to get them a little bit distributed. Now my milk powder, it's important to remember when you use milk powder that you need to make sure that you sift it. It clumps very easily, and so if I sift it, it's going to help to prevent clumps. I'm going to add in my butter. This will get kneaded in more as I'm working with it. My butter's been sitting out for a couple hours, so it's nice and soft. And then I'm going to add in my remaining flour. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to combine this together. Turn this down to the table, and I'm going to knead it for about 5 or 6 minutes. You don't want to knead it as much as you would traditional bread because you don't want to develop too much gluten. We're going to have to be able to roll this out, and in the end, this bread isn't going to be eaten. It's just for decoration. Okay, so the bread dough was mixed, and it's been rested for about an hour, hour and a half. So what we're going to do now is we're going to portion this. So I'm going to take the dough, I'm going to churn it out. You can see it hasn't risen like traditional bread dough because it has very, very small amounts of yeast. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to portion this into uniform pieces so that we can make the strands for our braiding. So I need these to be at 2-ounce pieces. So now that I've got it all portioned, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back and I'm going to roll these out. Now you want to try to keep track of them so that as I start to roll them, you're not going to be able to get them to the length you want on one pass. So what I usually do is I'll roll and then I'll rest them and kind of try to keep them in an order so I know which one was rolled first and which one was rolled second. Go through all of them and then come back and then roll them again. Okay, so I started by taking the pieces that we already rolled out and have laid them out to begin the braiding process. cut out all my shapes, and I'm attaching them to my plaque. I'm using a little bit of royal icing to act as an edible glue with it. This is a good family activity that you can do over the holidays. It's fun. You can be really creative with it. My name is Chef Derek Andress with Walnut Hill College in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and wishing you